Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Vakrangee Limited Q4 and FY2023 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be no opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. Ladies and gentlemen, please note the duration for this conference call will be for 30 minutes. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Dinesh Nandwana, Managing Director and Group CEO. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good day, dear ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to greet you all once again on behalf of our Board of Directors and Senior Management. We begin by thanking all of you for having spare time in joining us here today to discuss our fourth quarter and full year ending for the financial year 2023. I would take this opportunity to update you all in this regard to our demerger. The Honorable National Company Law Tribunal NCLT has given the final approval for the demerger of Vakrangee e-governance and IT solutions business. NCLT has paved the way towards creation of two separate listed entities, that is Vakrangee Limited and VL e-governance and IT solutions Limited. Vakrangee Limited is already a listed entity and VL e-governance and IT solutions Limited to be listed as a separate entity. Our current quarter and full year results have been reported on post-demerger basis. On current listed entity, Vakrangee Limited now consists of existing business of Vakrangee Kendra physical outlet as well as digital platform of Bharat EDF mobile super app. Vakrangee Kendra business is now a pure retail-centric, consumer-facing and asset-light franchisee-led business model. Today, we have emerged as the go-to-market platform for the rural India for our various business verticals, including the new-age fintech and digital platform. We are building India's largest last-mile distribution platform and emerging as the physical plus digital ecosystem with pan-India presence. Today, we have moved more than 20,399 active transacting and newly onboarded outlets spread across 29 states, union territories, 566 districts, and 5,159 postal codes. Our 79% outlets are present in deep rural tier 4 to 6 locations. This kind of presence makes us the partner of choice for any new business partners who wish to make their products and services available in rural India. We have a clear focus on market expansion and strengthen our first mover advantage. We are planning to cover entire 764 districts, which is 100% of district coverage across the country through appointing district level master franchisees. We have successfully appointed master franchisee in 234 districts across 27 states across the country. These master franchisees will provide on-ground operational support to our existing franchisees as well as the drive new franchisee acquisition. This will lead to help us scale at a faster pace and expand on a pan-India basis. We believe this master franchisee initiative is a game changer and strengthen our local field presence and operational control at the ground level. We plan to achieve 100% district coverage by end of this financial year. These new initiatives would help us scale at a much faster pace, whereby achieve our long-term target well ahead of targeted timelines. With the advent of the digital economy, India is fastly moving towards digital payment mechanisms and emerging as a cashless society. With the fast pace of digital payment penetration, cash transactions such as ATM and banking transactions are expected to witness slowdown. Therefore, there would be profitability and viability challenge for the standalone business model such as only white level ATM, only banking IPS provider, only money transfer provided, which are dependent on cash transactions. Vakrangee is future ready with a clear focus on building long-term sustainable and profitable business model with focus on non-cash based banking offerings such as account opening, loan products, insurance services, fixed deposit, NPA recovery. Further, we have no dependency on single line of products or services and have a wide portfolio of products and services such as online shopping, total healthcare services, bill payment, online travel services, mobile recharge, civil score services, PAN card services, online opening of demat and trading account, opening services, and many more. Further, we have a strong foothold and brand presence in rural India, and our customer trust us with their day-to-day banking needs. During financial year 2023, we opened 17 lakh bank accounts, 11 lakh plus insurance pension policies, and did more than 7.1 crore banking transactions with a gross transaction value of rupees 38,730 crores. There is a huge under-penetrated rural market with huge retail and MSME customer base. Further, there is a lack of trust within the current rural customer base. Therefore, physical presence and assistance is a key differentiator. Going forward, we are well structured to transition into a neo bank as we plan to launch neo banking services through our Bharat Easy mobile super app platform. Through this, we are focused to evolve into unique O2O, online to offline platform, whereby there would be assistance available through the physical CAN network along with digital neo banking services. Further, we have a strong existing retail customer base in rural India, and we are focused on affordable pricing and unique online to offline consumer experience. Commenting on the quarterly and full year results post demerger, our total income stood at rupees 51.80 crore rupees in quarter 4 financial year 22-23, increased by 5.50% on quarter basis. Our profit after tax stood at 0.68 crore in quarter 4 22-23, increased by 4.23% on quarter basis. For the full year, our total income stood at rupees 198.70 crore in 22-23 as against 197.35 crore for the corresponding last year. Our PAT stood at rupees 1 crore in financial year 22-23 as against 0 crore for the corresponding last year. For full year, our gross transaction value closed 2,164 crore. Total number of transactions closed 12.23 crores. We have appointed exclusive district level master franchisee partners in 234 districts across 27 states across the country. These master franchisees shall provide on-ground operational support to the existing franchisee outlets as well as drive new franchisee acquisition. We plan to achieve 100% district coverage pan India presence by March 24. Our profitability has been impacted as we are reinvesting our operational cash flow for enhancing franchisee incentives as well as building a pan-India district level master franchisee network. Vakrangee Digital Venture Limited is a 100% subsidiary company of Vakrangee Limited. The company has launched a mobile super app based business platform primarily targeting rural India. Bharat Easy app, India ka super app. We have made live and activated some of the key services like online shopping, online agriculture products, total healthcare services, online demat account opening, civil credit score rating services, as well as online PAN card application services. A unique differentiator and sustainable competitive advantage is whereby our digital super app platform would be able to leverage the Vakrangee on-ground ecosystem, a vast, well-diversified pan-India level physical store network of Vakrangee as a point of physical assistance, especially to customers to semi-urban and rural remote locations. Vakrangee Digital Venture shall leverage the Vakrangee ecosystem. A strong brand recall, Vakrangee can enjoy good positive NPS among our users. Our NPS score is 68% as per its Red Sea research. Access to existing Vakrangee customer base and access to existing network of 20,000 plus outlets for physical assistance and consumer awareness. The unique proposition of digital along with physical, that is physical, would help the digital scale up fast and would significantly reduce the cost related to acquiring customer, physical assistance, order fulfilling, and return management of online orders. Further, leveraging physical presence would result into better customer interaction, strong brand recall, and better services experience and trust for the customer. Our current focus has been on expanding our presence through building master franchisee network and to strengthen our first mover advantage. We are currently building a pan-India district-level master franchisee network which will result in a strong on-ground operational management as well as the high scalability in future. We plan to achieve 100% district-level master franchisee coverage by March 24. By 2030, we plan to have 100% pan-India coverage through our physical Vakrangee outlet network along with Bharat TV's digital mobile app. Our target is to reach 3 lakh plus outlets along with the minimum 15,000 plus ATMs. With this, our plan is to achieve a revenue target of $1 billion by 2030 along with a gross transaction value of more than $75 billion. Our company has also been globally ranked number 1 in the Sustainalytics ESG risk ranking assessed in the software and service industry segment. Overall, Vakrangee has been recognized by Sustainalytics as an ESG Global 50 top rated company. Vakrangee Limited has been identified as a top ESG performer out of the more than 4,000 comprehensive companies that Sustainalytics cover in the global universe. Vakrangee has also been recognized by S&P Global and has a score of 78 ESG score in the Corporate Sustainability Assessment Survey. Vakrangee has been accepted as a signatory of the United Nations Global Compact, and we have mapped our sustainability initiative with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Further, we have appointed Grant Thornton as our assurance auditor for our assurance of our integrated annual report. Global recognition reflects company's commitment to further enhance its corporate governance and transparency standards. Company has achieved global recognition across various platforms for its superior ESG performance and long-term business sustainability. I believe with this demerger, Vakrangee business is now a pure retail-centric fashion business. It is an assets-light, franchisee-led business model, and thereby will get the proper representation post the demerger. The demerger has now enabled our company to enhance our business operations by streamlining operations, more efficient management control, and outline long-term vision and growth strategy. We are now well poised with a clear focus to achieve greater heights in the coming years. I would now like to take this opportunity to thank our shareholders for their support. We can now open the floor for question and answer session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Please note, all participants are requested to restrict to 1 question per participant. If time permits, please come back in the question queue for a follow-up question. Participant, we'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. First question is from the line of Jignesh Kumar, individual investor. Please go ahead.
My question is that post demerger, which business has been transferred to VL e-governance company? What impact is there of revenue of Kendra business post demerger? Can you please explain?
Yes, good evening. So if you see, basically the demerger has happened primarily into 2 parts. One is basically the Kendra business, which remains in the listed company, which is the pure retail consumer-centric business, which is the outlet-based business. And all the services which was primarily the ITES equipment trading business, the e-governance business, as well as some part of the B2B trading business, that has been shifted to the VL e-governance this thing. So post demerger now, under the Vakrangee Limited, we have a pure mobile app which is Bharat Easy, as well as the physical store which is the Vakrangee Kendra services. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Rajiv Kulkarni, individual investor. Please go ahead.
My question is that last year the company was debt-free, and now in post-demerger result there has been loan for the year 2022 as well for 23. Can you explain the same?
Yes, so basically if you see, we have also given a footnote in our result presentation on the same. So primarily this 27 crore rupees of debt which you are seeing in the FY22 balance sheet, which was earlier we have seen as a debt-free company. This is primarily the intercompany loan basically. Now since the demerger has happened basically, now VL e-Governance is a separate company versus Vakrangee Limited, and therefore once the accounts are getting restated between the two companies also, therefore this amount of is seen, and that is what we have also mentioned under the footnote in our result presentation. And whereas in the current year, if you see basically where there is a debt also available of around 45 crore, that is primarily for the smooth business operations of the Kendra business, which is primarily for the ATM settlement and for the ATM capex, which we typically do little bit ahead of time. In order to manage both the things, we have some small amount. But if you see in the overall scenario, the amount is not very big. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Jay Tripathi, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Sir, in the last quarter, the reported numbers of the outlets were more than 24,000.
There's a lot of echo in your line.
Just a minute, I'm switching back to headset. Yeah. Now is it audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So in the last quarter, the reported number of outlets were more than 24,000. However, the current number has been reduced to 20,000. Why there has been reduced in the outlet numbers? And you have said that you are appointing master franchisee, and it is their responsibility for new acquisition and day-to-day monitoring of outlets. However, it is helping in how it is helping in the business opportunity, and why post appointment of master franchisee we are seeing the numbers are getting reduced. Can you please answer that?
Sure. So if you see basically what we have done a complete exercise where we have gone through our each and every franchisee. So in the last 2 quarters also, when we said that we are upgrading all our existing outlets to the next gen Kendra 2.0 format, and we had focused on basically whether my franchisee is an exclusive store with a proper active franchisee being there, where they are doing all kind of transactions in place. So what we have done is, if you see, we have changed the definition where we are saying active transacting outlets. So even although my number of franchisee or my number of VKID, what we say can be more, but what we are communicating is that these are my active transacting franchisees. So almost 20,000 plus are my active transacting stores, and that is where we wanted to be more transparent in terms of that finally how many outlets are the ones who are actually doing the transactions with us, and that is where in terms of more bringing more transparency and getting more clarity to all our shareholders, what we have done is we have changed the definition, and that is what also if you see in our result presentation we have clearly mentioned that we are now reporting how many are my active transacting Kendra outlets. So that is where the number is being seen from 24,887 what it was in the last quarter to around 20,399. So these are typically active transacting stores or newly opened, newly onboarded stores which are yet to transact. So we have changed the definition, and accordingly that number has been updated accordingly. Now, if you see basically in terms of our business strategy for the last 6 months, we have been emphasizing more on this exclusive district level master franchisee thing, because what we have realized is that we need to have a local level control, and master franchisee is the best solution what we have felt. We have tried multiple things over the last couple of years, actually post-COVID, because when COVID happened, pre-COVID we were having almost a huge employee base, but what we felt that we need an entrepreneurial mindset at the local district level, because only then the interests are aligned, and that is where we tried and tested on a pilot basis this district level master franchisee thing, and where we felt a lot of success was that the response very great, because the district level master franchisee is also an entrepreneur, and he's a person with a background of managing distribution businesses. So his background is either he was managing FMCG distribution, whether he was managing financial services distribution, whether it is insurance distribution or a money transfer distribution business. So they know the nerve of the business. They are there at the local level with a dedicated office, with a dedicated manpower in place. And secondly, it's a variable cost model to us. So there is the interests are completely aligned. So they make a cut out of the earnings that the franchisees are earning within that particular district. For the existing store, it is on the incremental business, and for the new business that they bring, they get a commission. So in that way, it's a win-win situation for the entire ecosystem, because my franchisee is also getting a local level guidance, local level operational support, because that master franchisee is not a simple employee, but he's a high net worth individual with a lot of experience in the similar kind of business, and he has his own set of relationships at the local level where he can help and guide my franchisees in that particular district. At the same time, it's a variable cost model for us, so there is no major burden on the company's financials. And third thing, it brings lot of scalability, because I am working with, for example, 234 district level master franchisees we have appointed. So currently we are in a phase where we are going and selecting the right kind of person for that particular district. So we feel that this is the investment which we are doing, and the fruit of this investment is what we are going to get, because we are already experiencing. So I will just give you some anecdotal examples. In some of the districts where we appointed master franchisee 6 months back, we are already witnessing a 15 to 20% kind of growth in my existing store output. So that is the kind of output that I am getting from appointing a district level master franchisee. So before appointing master franchisee, I was getting a flat or a 3 to 4% kind of growth. Post district level master franchisee, it has improved to positive territory with a 20-25% kind of growth thing. So I think that this is a thing which is taking a little bit of time. So as we have already guided that before March 24, we will have a pan-India presence with entire 764 districts to be covered under the district level master franchisees. Post which the scalability of the business you are going to witness should have definitely a huge impact, because just imagine 764 district master franchisee, even if they are appointing 10 new franchisees on a monthly or even on a quarterly basis, I am talking about adding 7,500 stores on every quarter basis. So that makes almost 30,000 stores in a year. Whereas from a master franchisee individual perspective, in his particular district, he is just adding 10 new franchises in an entire quarter. So that is what it brings, the kind of scalability. So therefore, if you see, we have also kind of released our Vision 2030. And what we are emphasizing here is, since we will be setting up, the first step is to have a local district level master franchisee in place, which we complete in this financial year. The second is basically how then we increase our number of stores using this network of master franchisees. So therefore I just give you a small example that even if they are expanding the network by 10 stores per master franchisee in a quarter, I am able to add 30,000 stores in a year, which is the bare minimum. So the scalability of my network can grow exponentially with this network in place, and due to which my revenue as well as my GTV is also going to see a multi-fold rise in the coming future years. Therefore, what we are saying is that this year is our consolidation and investment phase, where we are investing in building this network of district level master franchisee network, and you will see the results from the over the next few quarters, or primarily from the next year onward, where you are going to see a exponential increase in terms of our network, in terms of number of stores, as well as in terms of overall gross transaction value and revenue and those things. So I think so the strategy is very clear. So we have completed the demerger. Now the entire focus or the entire management bandwidth is purely on building this business. And we have the right strategy in place, because we have done a pilot, we have done it, it's tried and tested, we have done it successfully in few districts. Now we are just extrapolating it on a pan-India basis. And I think so over the next few quarters or the next few years, we are going to see the results of this particular strategy coming into play. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraint, we'll take the last question from the line of Ankita Sharma, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. My question is, now the demerger is completed. So when the Vakrangee Limited e-governance company will be listed, and by when can we expect the shares of another company, and what will be the record date?
So if you see, basically as per the process, the demerger entity basically, which is VL e-governance, should get listed within 45 days. So I think so. With respect to the record date, I will get back to you. We'll put it on the exchanges as a disclosure. But in terms of the timeline, it's around 45 days. Typically, within 45 days, we should have this process completed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Amit Sabharwal from Vakrangee for closing comments.
Thank you everyone for taking time out and attending our Q4 and full year FY23 Concall. In case of any further queries which are still left unanswered, I would request everyone to, you can please email it to us. You can email it to us ammets@vakrangee.in. This is my email ID. So you can send an email to this, and we will be obliged to reply on this. And if you have any further queries or any doubt, please feel free to write to us. Thank you, and good evening to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Vakrangee Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.